This Forspoken game is a disaster. It's not doing very well, even though it's got mixed reviews. Got 41 mixed reviews, 24 positive, 4 negative. So not too many people hate it, but also there's not a lot of people that love it either. There's a lot of people that are just saying, this game's coming out in a bad place because tomorrow, actually, I believe the Dead Space remake comes out. Then in just a little bit more time, Hogwarts Legacy drops, and that game is going to take over everything. So this game is just kind of getting dropped in a bad time, I think. I would have put this game out where there was no competition. Kind of like Saints Row did. The Saints Row reboot, awful game. But one smart thing they did do was they put that game out when there was no competition. There was nothing to compete with that game. And actually, I believe it somewhat broke even because of that. But there's a lot of cope going on with this game, which I find funny. A lot of outlets are trying not to trash it, and they're even putting out some stuff like this. Forspoken lands as the 5th best reviewed 2023 PS5 game out of 5. It's only January 25th. But it's the 5th best game of 2023. What is this article, Paul? What is this article? My Forspoken review is just this screenshot of an NPC. That's another thing I'm going to talk about. But like, this is the second article I've seen on this topic. It's the 5th best game, or it's one of the best games of 2023. It's like, bro, this game's only been out 24 days. At least you mentioned that. At least you mentioned that in this article. So 5 games of 2023, and it's the bottom of the barrel. It's the worst one. What a win. This article spins it as a positive, which I find humorous. There was another article that did this too. It called it one of the best games of 2023. Is this supposed to be so if you Google best games of 2023, this will pop up, and Forspoken will show up in your results as a best game of 2023? It's kind of weird. It seems a little early for this. Almost like it's too soon. Because it's a 68 on Metacritic. But, okay. Whatever. Another funny thing with this game is people are really talking about the dialogue. Apparently the dialogue is really cringe. It's really bad. It's awful. And the solution for this game's bad cringe dialogue is to turn the sound off. There's several outlets basically telling you to turn the sound off and play the game with no sound. Or no voice. You know, in the settings, you could turn voice sound down. Usually get like effects, music, voice, sound effects, stuff like that. You can turn the voice down and not have to listen to the cringy dialogue. And it is cringy. I listened to a couple of clips last night before I went to bed, and this game has got some shit dialogue. Some of the worst I think I've ever heard. So Kotaku puts this out, tells you to put the game on performance mode. I agree. And then says to turn on all of these cheats to make the game easier. Turn on semi-auto leap. Turn the music down a touch. Make it easier to dodge attacks by turning the difficulty settings down. This is all typical Kotaku. But then you get down here. Choose from low and minimal for voice chatter. Jeff Niley's going to have to invent a whole new, oh my God, please shut up award for this game because, wow, this game doesn't know when to zip it. Thankfully, you can cut down on the chatter to a more manageable level. Oddly, you can also increase the chat frequency if that option appeals to you. I'm just going to say that there are other ways to ask for help in life. So this means the fact that there's a setting is, I thought you could just turn the sound on and off. So that tells me there's a setting in this game because the developers knew they were being annoying, so they gave an option to lower the amount of times the characters talk, or you could actually increase it. What is going on with this game? This game is a disaster. I wonder if Square Enix is going to see their stocks drop over this. I think it's true what people say. It's like every time they put out a non-RPG focused game, it's awful. They try to move in different directions, and it never works out for them. But when they put stuff like Tactics Ogre out, they try to do their best job. Like this, I haven't bought this yet. I've been thinking about buying it because I really want to play this. I used to play this on the PSP back in the day. I also want to play it again. And I like shit like this. Tactics Ogre, Reborn producer, says the example for how to create sets the example for how to create an awesome remake. All the developers involved played the original PSP game, which is great. But I just find it funny. They'll go out of their way to make shit like this perfect, but when it comes to Forspoken, they make absolute trash. Coming back to this, by the way, so funny Forspoken NPC faces used as meme for mixed reviews. So there's actually articles now running on that tweet I just showed you. Like people are using this to sum up how they feel about Forspoken, which is funny. I also saw a tweet. This is a Clown World tweet talking about how there's an actual article or somebody that was saying, forget about Skyrim. This is the best open world game ever made. I can't believe there were people that hyped for this game. I saw this game coming out. I saw the previews for this. Not even that. What was it? This people have been talking about this game for over a year, and I always thought it just looked average, and it turns out it is average. It's about as average as you can get. But I guess, according to some people, I mean, the shit on this game is ridiculous. Like, you have the God of War guy saying that people that don't like this game are misogynist and it's just, I'm kind of shocked and surprised that there's not more articles talking about that. Because you see that with movies. If the Woman King fails, that's audiences letting down POCs and stuff. I wonder if you'll see that with this game. Though this game could have sold well. We have no idea how well this game has sold yet. We should find out in a week or two. You can usually judge off of the UK charts a little bit and digital sales on their charts. Like if a game, I bet this game will do okay because it's a PlayStation 5 exclusive. And there really hasn't been that much content released lately. But then again, I haven't had time to play very many games lately, so I've kind of fallen off of that. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed, hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and Locals, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my Locals.